Okay, mine definitely keeps going down. Remarkable condition for basically being about 140 plus years old. And this right here was the number 6 right header to this mine. And there's an old piece of rail laid up against the wall right there. And actually see some of the cross tie remains to the main slope here. And so just you can see it just branches off and keeps going down. Okay, check out what's down below. Okay, doing a exploration of a different section of this old mine we've been in, and it's about a good 35-degree down angle. Maybe not that much, but 32 to 35 degrees. But you can see these are the headers. This is just one of the interior slopes that they had. And we're pretty near down the bottom, but just beyond all that blackness would be the water. And you've actually got these long work headers. And this is where the minecart rails and tracks would have been. They had 2 of them, 2 sections. And they're still one of the old cross ties here. This mine really goes back to late 1870s, early 1880s. And this just keeps heading off into the darkness. And you can see what they really developed the what was called the room and pillar method back then. They would take out the iron ore, and they would leave these huge sections for pillar support for the roof. But we're going to check a little bit further down this header, see how far this goes. So, never been in this section before. So, all right. And here comes my partner. Okay, just going to branch off the main slope right here. You can see where the minecart rails merged in with the main slope. Right there, the remains, the cross tie remains. And this is a really remarkably preserved header. Long too. And you can see where they had the rocks stacked up over here, excess. And they had, they had double rails right here. Those are 2 sections separately of cross ties here. So, drops down into another adjoining parallel header. And we'll see what's going on up here. Okay, this is an incredibly long header, perfectly preserved. Coming up on it, we're just going to track it out and see how far it goes. You can see the perfectly preserved minecart cross ties. The rails are gone. There's some remnants that you can see laying around. And here's the old wooden timber supports. They probably lined this whole header at one time, and they've just collapsed. These are probably 130, 140-year-old trees right here. And whoa, wow. That drops down into another one, and that other hole way down there that drops into another lower section. But
look, we've got a 3 painted right here.
I do? Another 3? Oh, I didn't see that.
Look up there, see if you see a 4 painted anywhere.
There's a 3 right here.
Another 3?
Right here. I don't know what that means. Anyway, we'll just keep following this out a little ways.
I think it could be the breakthrough.
Okay, this is it. Down here at the bottom of the mine where you just can't go any further. See a lot of the old timber supports here. And this is it. The runs along this way. This is a completely flooded header, and the rest of the mine underneath here for several thousand feet or more deep underground is completely flooded. So, and we'll make our way back over here to the main slope. So, all right. Okay, gained access over to this other interior slope. There's several different interior slopes in this mine that branch off of the main slope. And you can see the electrical insulators and the wires still in place. Over there is a hoist cable roller. And you've got the water right behind me here. And this is where the main rail line would have been for this slope. And right here is the water, right there. And the rest of the mine is completely flooded. About 3,000 feet of this underground is flooded forever. But the water's up pretty high because you would be able to go down another few hundred feet, but that's another side angle slope right there. You can see way in the distance there's electrical insulators. So I'm not sure how all this worked in this mine, but it's pretty impressive. And the water's in pretty good shape, pretty clear to be able to see. And they had a hoist cable guide right there. If I could get back over there, there's actually a groove in the ceiling where the hoist cable put a groove right there in the ceiling. And these were put in there, and they had guides to keep that cable, if it broke, it wouldn't, if anybody was around it, they wouldn't get injured or, killed. But you can see the water's pretty clear right here. And it just stretches on in that direction there. So, anyway, nice underground aquifer. So, all right.